Welcome! It's Facts You Don't Know. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more, and first make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.
We all have different ways through which we have to live our lives. There are certain people in our lives where their presence matters the most. Apart from getting endless love from mother and having kisses full of love, there is another person whose presence completes our life. That's the Father, of course. His love and compassion paves our ways. He is the number one guide among all of the other people of our lives. He knows where we stand. He is always there to vanish our weaknesses and make us strong to face the different colors of our lives. If you can remember, there was a publication about a 13-year-old boy who became the youngest father. Well, the 13-year-old is seen to be very humble and innocent. The boy's name is Alfie Patton, and he lives in the UK. It was reported that when Alfie heard that he was going to be a father, he was very confused. But after 6 weeks, Alfie started to make sure that he was always around the baby. This unbelievable story was confirmed with a DNA test, which proved that Alfie was really the father of the baby girl. But it was later discovered that the Alfie was not the father, according to a teenager named Barker, who claimed he was the real father of the child. Barker confessed that he had a one-night stand with Chantel, the baby's mother. The man who once claimed to be Britain's youngest father avoided jail today after going on a drunken rampage smashing up cars and property. Alfie Patton, now 23 of Hailsham, East Sussex, said in February 2009 how he believed that he had made his girlfriend Chantel Stedman, then 15, pregnant when he was just 12. The case shocked Britain, but DNA tests later that year established that a 15-year-old boy called Tyler Barker was in fact the father of the girl. Today, Patton appeared at Lewes Crown Court to be sentenced after being convicted of criminal damage. The court heard Patton was now a jobless alcoholic who lived at home with his mother and has a history of criminal offenses. He already had a 24-month suspended prison sentence hanging over his head after being convicted on June 14th of shoplifting, theft, and possession of an imitation firearm. But on July 11th, he got drunk and began swearing and shouting at an elderly resident before damaging cars in the street and near his home in Hailsham. Hannah Hurley, prosecuting, said Patton kicked a van, damaged a Skoda car, and broke a fence while swearing and shouting at an elderly resident. She said, "He was drunk, swearing and being aggressive. He was running up and down the road. He was seen arguing with vehicles and shouting at them." Patton was seen staggering around and was arrested by police and put in a patrol car. But then he spat inside the car, causing it to be taken out of service and cleaned. Wearing a blue sweatshirt with a yellow eagle on it in the front, Patton's family, including his sister and mother, were in court to support him. Newtown Fatania, defending, said Patton was desperately trying to tackle his severe alcohol problems, and his GP was seeking medical and psychological help for him to reduce his drinking. She said, "This is a young man who is aware of the concerns that are at play here. He wants to improve it, to become normal and seek peace rather than continue the destructive, chaotic behavior that is deeply dangerous to his health." Lewes Crown Court was told Patton had 5 convictions for 12 offenses for theft and shoplifting and drank alcohol each day. Judge Janet Wadakor warned Patton he should have faced an automatic jail sentence for breaching the earlier suspended sentence, but claimed prison was not the right place for him. She said, "Your GP think prison would be a very bad outcome for you, and I agree. You are drinking dangerously high levels of alcohol. Anyone can see you are a slightly built young man, and the amounts you are drinking may be causing so much damage to you, to your liver. There aren't many people in your position who would have the family support you have. Most would have washed their hands of you." She imposed a separate suspended sentence of 1 month and 1 week for the criminal damage offenses, as well as extending a rehabilitation order already in place. Judge Wadakor told him, "You've got a tough journey ahead of you, but you cannot keep offending while drunk." Patton left court with his family today after being warned his behavior needed to improve, and any breach would mean both suspended sentences could be activated, resulting in being sent to prison. The 2009 case prompted a national debate about morality and teenage pregnancy within Tory leader David Cameron, saying it raised worrying questions about modern Britain. Alfie met Chantal in 2008 at the age of 12 while playing out in the streets of the East Sussex village of Lower Dicker, where they both lived. His mother thought the friendship was innocent enough, and as Alfie had not gone through puberty, she later claimed she had no worries about them being left alone. He sometimes stayed at her house, and it was after one sleepover that Chantal told him that she was 4 months pregnant. In February 2009, the girl was born weighing 7 pounds and 3 ounces, and Alfie was thrown into the role of father. He later said, "It was a crazy time. Holding her for the first time was amazing. I was too young to understand the consequences of being a dad, but I liked holding her and immediately loved her. Every time I went to the pub, someone approached me. I get thousands of messages every day. It is unbelievable that anyone so much about me will know," he told The Sun. "But I want to warn all boys aged 12 and 13 not to make the same mistake. It destroyed my life." Today, Alfie is 24, and a lot has happened in the meantime. Criminal life. A year ago, he appeared in court after wrecking cars and breaking a fence. Prosecutor Hannah Hurley said during the trial that Alfie was drunk when he destroyed the cars. "He was drunk, scolded and aggressive. He paced the street and shouted at different cars," she tells The Mirror. He was previously convicted of several crimes and sentenced to 24 months in prison, a sentence he never had to serve. As a result of his addiction, he lived with his mother in order to survive. He wants to improve, become normal, and seek peace instead of displaying destructive behavior, which is detrimental to his health, says his lawyer, Vatania. Alfie, meanwhile, still does not know whether he will have to serve his prison sentence. How life can change. These are, of course, exceptional circumstances, and we hope that Alfie quickly gets on the right track.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.